Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And, well, that was a fun interview thanks to my man Ron Walm, who's on the line over in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Major League Fishing Heavy Hitters event. And, Ron, you know, Josh Jones, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? I mean,
he really does. You know, I've sat in a boat taking pictures and shooting some video.
Yeah.
Of him fishing in a tournament.
Yes. Yeah.
And I mean, he's not only is he super focused, but it's amazing to watch how him and Josh Reynolds fishes together.
Well, when he got to that
it's amazing.
When he got that noodling 3 over 70 noodling, he lost
not
me.
me.
I went noodling.
That would eat you and me up.
I went noodling one time, and they wanted me to get inside that log, and I said, "Man, I wish I had Andy Tweed with me to help me out right here." So
Andy will do a good job.
I would have handed you the rope.
You would have handed me the rope. Hey, we got Andy Tweed on with us. We kind of segued into that from Josh Jones earlier, and Andy Tweed, Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Law enforcement personnel right here in Southwest Tennessee for many, many years, and we wanted to get Andy on now because we've kicked off the turkey season in most of the state of Tennessee last weekend. This will be weekend number 2 starting today. And Andy, these kind of things, Andy, are keep you guys busy enough, but this year's a little even more busier for y'all. So
it's a little more hectic. You know, last spring or last summer they changed the rules and they came up with a new unit, and it's called the MAV, or the Mississippi Alluvial Valley Unit, and that includes Shelby, Tipton, Lauderdale, Dyer, and Lake County.
Yes, yeah.
And basically, it's following the Mississippi River, and we've had so much flooding back. It's flooded here with the exception of 2012.
Yeah.
And the birds have just taken a beating, so we finally said, all right, enough's enough. Let's back the season up a couple of weeks. Let's reduce the bag limit and see if that works. We're just trying to make sure that, you know, we're not on a really bad downhill slope and we're not eventually going to have to transplant birds from Middle Tennessee back to here as we did in the 50s and 60s
That's
and
right.
70s from
Yes.
here to the other parts of the states, because we don't really like to put and take huntable species. You know, you want them to kind of do their own thing. And every once in a while they do need some help. So if we got to lower a few days and the bag limit a little for a few years and we get a couple of good springs and good hatches, we should be back to normal.
Well, I know as Ron listens in on us, I was at Miramichi the other day playing golf, and I think it's the first time I have not come up, I think it's number 16, and not heard turkeys up in the woods there. And I didn't hear them, but I'm glad I didn't hear any shotgun blasts at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's typically a really nice flock of birds, several flocks of birds out there on the edge of the golf course.
Yep.
And they're, you know, the landowners around there saying the same thing. We're not seeing our birds.
Yeah. Well,
so you've got not only sportsmen, but birders and everybody else going, hey, we're not seeing the birds. Well, something's up.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to get to the bottom.
And that's I even mentioned that to a couple of guys at the clubhouse there because, you know, it's such an important part. And as Andy mentioned, I've been involved in some of those trapping and things and sending the birds to Middle Tennessee. And now I don't have to send them back over here because this is where really wild turkeys for the state of Tennessee, they owe it to Shelby Forest. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
or Shelby County in general.
Yeah, Shelby County in general. So
Mississippi Valley, you know.
Yeah. So how did opening day? I know you told me that a few folks had not read the rules, right? So
exactly.
Yeah.
They either forgot, got amnesia, or something.
Amnesia. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
We handled it very professional, and what we did, we didn't write any citations. We just took everybody's information and everything we needed, and we're going to talk with our lieutenant colonels and
yes.
folks out at Nashville and meet with the district attorney and just kind of say, look, you know, this is not the end of the world. Yeah, they broke the law, and typically hunting in the closed season is that's a situation where you lose your privileges, you lose a weapon, things of that nature.
Yeah.
But such a new rule, this, that, and the other, we're trying to figure out where to go with it and how to handle it without,
right.
just beating people into submission. We're not in that game. We just want everybody to get on the same team.
So
you understand?
Can you give me kind of maybe a number that might have popped up last Saturday? And
the amount of people that we caught.
Yeah,
I caught.
Yeah,
5.
You caught 5. Okay.
Yeah.
And were these all hunting out of season, or were they? You got any?
It'll all be hunting out of season, but then again, you've got to look at all the variables and whom, what, where, when.
Right. Yeah.
All were they hiding their vehicle, or was it a nice plain view?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, that would. Yeah. If they're hiding their vehicle, they ought to know what's going on. But if they're just parked there regularly, they just don't know the rules. And
that's right.
And that's what you get to. And because I understand in talking to someone else that even on the young sportsman hunt, a couple of weekends ago, that they caught some people in Middle Tennessee. So
yep.
It's something.
I've been known to catch some 40-year-old juveniles deer hunting.
Oh yeah, 40-year-old juvenile. Yeah.
You just missed it by a year or two there, buddy.
Yeah, you did. Well, baiting, is that a problem? Do we still run into that, Andy? Some?
It is a problem. And of course, we're down here in the CWD zone, and you're not supposed to put it out.
Yeah, right.
Unless you're at your house and it's within 100 feet of your house.
Yes.
But mysteriously, this stuff shows up a mile away in the middle of the river bottoms.
Man.
And it's just amazing. There's 200 pounds of corn and a camera there. I don't know how these things happen, but it's just beyond, it's puzzling.
Well, I know you guys are, the three of y'all are so busy in our area. This is just something that adds to it. And not only that, but you've got your other, everybody thinks, well, that's all they got to do right now is go right around and write tickets. I mean, you guys are out there looking to help people, too. I mean, let's mention that if somebody gets lost or somebody doesn't understand things, just because you drive up doesn't mean, hey, everybody head to the woods like the feds after the still, So,
we're there to help, and we're there to make, we want everybody to have an enjoyable hunt. We don't want people to have a miserable hunt or a miserable fishing trip. And, as you well know, we all looked for a mutual friend one time at Shelby Forest. We won't name any names.
That's right. But. Yes, we won't. And you found him. So I'm glad you did.
I walked right
through all the people hitting the water now, too, to go fishing.
Yeah, on the river, you got to watch. Yeah, you got to be careful on the river now. We've had so much rain. All of our creeks are flooding. We've the storm that went through on Wednesday night, those kind of things. Again, we're talking to Andy Tweed, our man. So how many years is it now? I keep forgetting now. So
it's about 28.
28, and how old is Hutch?
Oh, he is 6.
Amazing.
He is
6
years old.
Yeah,
going by quick.
Going by really quick. So what we got here, folks? Today is the second weekend of the normal statewide season, but now the Mississippi Alluvial Valley, I love to say that, alluvial, it just has a tone to it. I don't know. The MAV is Dyer, Lake, Lauderdale, Shelby, and Tipton counties, and that season will open up on April the 17th. And
you got it.
And still run to the 16th, but this weekend is Young Sportsman's Hunt, right?
Yep.
So
in those
counties,
in those counties, the Mississippi Alluvial Plain it's juvenile only.
Juvenile only. So don't show up.
60-year-old juveniles.
No. And don't show up with two shots.
I'm not eligible.
Well, if you want to tell them, no, you're not eligible. So if you show up with a juvenile, or as we say, young sportsman. I'm sorry, I said juvenile. I get in trouble every time I say that, juvenile. They're not at 201 Poplar. At the young sportsman hunt, they have to have someone with them a certain age, but that person does not have a firearm. And so if you show up,
you have to have an adult right there that can immediately.
But not two
take
shotguns. Not two shotguns.
Yeah, you don't need two shotguns. You just need one.
Need one. So don't get tricked in that, folks, today. If you're hunting today, even for the young sportsman's hunt in the Mississippi Alluvial Valley hunt. So so what do you think? What's else have you heard about the turkey season so far from talking to people since last Saturday?
The folks are killing some birds, but they're having a little bit of trouble. They're saying they're gobbling a lot on the roost. Yeah. Jump down, gobble a little bit, and then they run right off with the girls. But I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. So, so be it. I think season will get better as it goes on here in a couple more weeks, maybe get the weather to settle down a little bit.
I hope so.
And you also have to remember, okay, you're in a certain spot, you're calling, nothing answers. And you may have a bird out there at 200 or 300 yards in the woods that's silent, not saying anything.
True.
You get up and move. You got to remember, okay, we've got enough deer in West Tennessee that the browse line is 3 feet and down.
Yes.
So the minute you stand up, and start moving, a bird looking on the ground can see you moving at 300 yards.
And
even though you're 5 feet up, you're looking through the foliage now. You can't really see that well. They can see you very well. So it's going to take for the foliage to really thicken up before you can move
around
with any type of agility and not get busted.
Well, if a turkey can smell, they never get killed. So that's
exactly right.
Because their eyesight's something. Andy Tweed, thank you, man. Be safe out there on your job. We appreciate what you do for the state, and we'll stay in touch. And the folks, look out. Andy and Ray McMillan, and what's that other guy's name? Jeff Apple? No, that's Jeff Peach. That's right.
Jeff Peach.
Yeah. Tell them all hello.
Andy, take care.
All right, buddy.
Yeah. All right. Good to hear from you, Ron. And remember, everybody, wear your life jacket. It floats, you don't.
That's right. All right, let's take a break. Be right back.